So another of our friends, we'll call them Super IT, they lost an engineer. They had to let someone go. And of course, I'm going to talk to you now about the hiring process. I mean, that takes what, 3, 4 weeks before you start getting a glut of CVs in. Then you've got to do the interviews and then you make the offer, but they might have a cooling off period at their previous job.
Hmm.
So suddenly you could be 2, 3 months, you've not got an engineer, you're waiting to get someone in.
Absolutely. And that 3 months turned into 6 months because then you're working hard to train them. Turns out they didn't quite know 365, even though they said they did. They actually knew G Suite. Um, yeah, I mean, look, it can be a hellhole. Recruitment in for MSPs can be a real tragedy. And there's a finite talent pool if you haven't got a really steady stream of young engineers coming in, being shown the ropes, and being educated into your client base. So, yeah, it's a tough one. And for Super MSP, they were a client already, so they had I think a small number of tickets with us every month, just using us for in-hours overflow. So they love to have a Teams meeting over lunch every day, so we would take their calls. Anyway, an engineer had to be removed for a reason, and they were a little bit stuck because they had no choice but to remove this person due to a significant customer complaint. Um, and so they asked, what could we do to help? So we agreed on a 100 ticket package for a 3 month period, just while we took the strain for them and they were able to try to hire and recruit and take some of this work back in house. So, what was interesting over that 3 months, obviously, we had a load more work coming in that we were able to tackle for them, but we also learned more about their processes because of sheer volume. They learned a lot about what did work, what didn't work, and ironically, what some of the issues were with the engineer that had to be removed because of some of the complexities in ticket handling. So we were able to help them through that process through sheer volume. Okay. At the end of the 3 months, they did actually find somebody new. So that was, good for them. And then, believe it or not, as they were brought on board, they were introduced to us. So they were the first sort of new employee that straight away was introduced to the out of hours, quote unquote, help, because we'd been doing their job for 3 months. So, of course, we were able to give them a bit of an insight into these are the sorts of tickets that are coming in. These are the sorts of things that you need to be aware of. Here's all the processes and procedures that we've updated for you in your IT glue. Um, so it was a sort of a real great transition and an example of how this can really work both ways. And then subsequently, after the engineer had been there for 2 to 3 months and passed probation, they dialed down their tickets back down to 20 or 30 a month, and all was well. So we were really able to help smooth out that period for them, and really cement a long term relationship as well, because we were there in a sense, not just as a help desk, but also as a hiring training provider, as a stopgap, as a MSP optimization tool, if you like. And so, yeah, that really sticks out in my mind, and one of those things I'm really proud of executing.
Yeah. It's not just Super MSP as well. We've had very similar phone calls with different MSPs. Every MSP is unique. All of their circumstances, the services, the businesses that they work with are all unique. We find ourselves having these conversations all the time of finding slightly different packages, slightly different solutions. We really do take that time to get to know the people that we work with, how they operate, and just exactly how we can best support them. And that's something that we're really proud of.
We're a slow going business, okay? MSPs are not like corner shops, okay? There's there, there's a few thousand
Yeah.
in each country that may be in a position to work with us, and so we're in no rush. We want the right MSPs to partner with us where that will help us evolve as a provider, and we can help them evolve because we talk with a lot of MSPs.
Mhm.
And so yes, it makes it far more exciting when it's a partnership and you're able to have those discussions and work with MSPs through their problems that go way beyond just dealing with support tickets. That is our bread and butter. But we are able to provide so much more than that because we answer the phones for you. We answer your tickets. We deal with your end users. And and that information has to be worked on and valued. And I think there is so much that comes out of honest discussions with MSPs around finance, recruitment, HR issues, holidays. We learn a hell of a lot, and it means we can also help educate a lot as well.
Yeah, we get to do some really exciting work with some incredible MSPs.
It's such a wide variety of characters and companies out there in the MSP space. Every day I am surprised.
Mm.
Every day I'm surprised at what some people are doing. And also, however, how the MSP space is quite cyclical. I've been in this for sort of 20 years now. And believe it or not, there's a lot of new stuff, but a lot of the problems are the same problems we were solving 20 years ago as well.
So to learn a little bit more about Service Desk, where should they go?
So, all our socials are very active. There's constantly information coming out about
Mm.
Service Desk. Whitelabelit.com is the place to be in terms of seeing all of our packages, not just Service Desk. But honestly, if you're interested, pick a country, US, UK numbers on our website, give the boys and girls a call. If a tech answers the phone, he might not be able to answer all of the questions you want to know about the packages, but he can certainly point you in the right direction.